Hi, I'm Nivedita Varadarajan and welcome to the latest episode of the Race to the White House. The US government and the two parties are not handling the corona pandemic well. The ruling party, that is the Republican Party, reacted to the corona outbreak rather uncharacteristically. Along with the Democrats, they introduced a legislation that would increase unemployment benefit, help small businesses keep employees on payroll, and provide $1,200 to those who meet a certain criteria. But all is not what they seem. The act also gave huge relief to big corporates, especially those in aviation, the financial sector, and other industries of national importance, but they did not provide enough checks and balances in the system. Now, they are falling back to old habits. For example, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said that it was okay if states go bankrupt. This comes at a time when the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities estimate that state revenues can decrease by more than 25% due to the pandemic, according to a report in The Atlantic. The states now face demands to increase their healthcare budgets, unemployment systems, and social welfare benefits to tide over the aftermath of the coronavirus. The report by The Atlantic says that by the summer of 2022, the state budget gap could total $500 billion. In an interview to Fox News, McConnell said, and I quote, "We are not interested in rescuing them from bad decisions they made in the past. We are not going to let them take advantage of this pandemic to solve a lot of problems that they have created themselves with bad decisions in the past." End quote. This drew a lot of criticism from all quarters, the strongest coming from New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, who blasted the idea as dumb, irresponsible, and petty. After the backlash and various news channels reporting that this could hurt his re-election chances, McConnell backed down and is now entertaining the idea of providing more finances to states in a third relief package. Meanwhile, Republicans have been protesting all over the US, demanding that states ease restriction on trade and movement. This is because many people related to the White House and many conservative voices have been saying that the trade-off is just too big. US President Donald Trump is also not making his case for re-election any easier. Even though he has been criticized for going off the rails in his press conference, he continued to do so. From talking about injecting bleach and chemical substances to changing his stand on the number of tests needed. On Monday, he released a new plan to test Americans for the coronavirus. Reuters reported that senior administration officials said that the federal government is sending swabs and equipment to all 50 states to cover their entire testing objective for the month of May and June. This will allow the screening of at least 2% of the population, the officials said. Meanwhile, various states were trying to reopen their economy. Georgia reopened their economy last Friday, and Texas and Florida and others are planning to do so soon. Democrats, meanwhile, have been relegated to playing the second fiddle as they are not able to secure funding to causes that are dear to them, and they are not able to provide adequate checks and balances for the funds that have been given in the bailout. It is also becoming increasingly obvious that Joe's presidential run will not be smooth. In a previous episode, I told you some of the big hurdles that Biden faces ahead in his campaign. One of them is sexual assault, and this is fast becoming an existential crisis for the campaign. The accuser, Tara Reid, said that Biden assaulted her in 1993 when he was a senator. The Intercept's Ryan Grimm has reported that her brother, her former neighbor, and a former colleague have come forward and revealed that Tara Reid described her assault shortly after it happened to them. The progressives want Biden to quit and say that the Democrats will lose the moral high ground to question Trump. How can this election be about going back to decency if the nominee is accused of rape, they ask. Others point to the hypocrisy in the coverage of the issue. They are quick to point out that when Brett Cavanaugh was accused of a sexual assault before he was appointed to the US Supreme Court, the media said that victims should be believed no matter who they accuse. Now, the very same media is not showing any kind of enthusiasm as they did for the Cavanaugh matter. Biden has not been asked about this issue, not even once. Even his supporters downplay the whole issue.